So you're telling me the driver who won the last race before the age demographic streak started is able to end it, and he wasn't even the most dominant car of the day? That's just another typical NASCAR race at Richmond. Hey guys, NASCAR Mobile for you back again. Welcome back to another episode of NRR. And today's video, we're going to be reviewing the 2022 Toyota Owners 400 from the Richmond Raceway, a short track that I hate. And I really wish it was torn up like how Bowman, won there last year, but whatever. But what a win overall for Denny Hamlin in the 11 team. It's weird how he was the last driver to win over the age of 30, and now the first driver to win over the age of 30. So, but before the age demographic streak went on. But whatever, go figure it. Of course it has to happen at Richmond and stuff. But anyway, in today's video we're going to be reviewing our top 10, rating the race, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and dive on into this video. Finishing in first was Denny Hamlin. What a win for Denny Hamlin. I mean, he started 13th in this race, and he didn't really look like he was having a good start to the weekend after he had, a not-so-good start at practice and qualifying. But somehow, some way, Hamlin was just able to stick to it at the end, and him and Christopher Bell were both on some pretty different strategies, and looks like it paid off overall at the end for Denny Hamlin because he was one of the fastest cars at the end of the race. So congrats to Denny Hamlin. And here's another fun fact. So from the first 6 races of the season, from where Denny Hamlin started, where he finished was lower from where he started. This is the first time that he was able to start pretty low, but then start somewhere and then finish higher than where he started. And so that's pretty good for him. And just what a turnaround it is for Denny Hamlin's season, because no top 10s to start the year off. Coming into this race, his best finish was 13th at Phoenix, and then now gets a win today. So congrats to Denny Hamlin and the 11 team. He was able to get his 4th win here at his home track at Richmond, his first of the season, 47th career win, and he knocks off that age demographic streak of 29 and younger. So Hamlin able to get it done here at Richmond Raceway. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the season, because I don't know, Toyotas, it seems like they have these things at these short tracks cut for them right now, because they were doing really well at Richmond. Some of them had issues, but most of them were running really well. So watch out in Martinsville. We could see 2 Toyotas win in a row. Finishing in second was Kevin Harvick. Harvick started 7th in this race, finishes 2nd. This is so far his best finish of the season, trying to end off that streak after winning 0 races last year. Just could not get it done. Just lap traffic in the way, nothing Harvick could do. But Harvick had a pretty decent start to the race. Him and Keselowski were running really well in the top 10 in the beginning of stage 1. And then Harvick started to fade back throughout the field because he was having some issues with the car, like with his tires and stuff. The handling of the car was not so good, and he was able to show up towards the end to get a nice solid runner-up place finish. So we'll see how Harvick can do at Martinsville, but still trying to get his first win since his last one at Bristol of 2020 and stuff. But we'll see what Harvick can do. This is good so far, because this is also not only his first top 10 of the season. No, not his first top 10, but his first top 5 of the season. Yeah, this is his first top 5 of the season. So we'll see how Harvick can do and stuff going into Martinsville. Finishing in third was William Byron. A lot of fans really thought William Byron had it in the bag to go for his 2nd win of the season, try to be the first repeat winner of 2022. Just could not do it. He was just on old tires, and they were just trying to hang on. But like Mike Joy and the guys up in the booth said, that Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and Kevin Harvick, they were all catching William Byron. Truex was kind of gaining on them, but I don't know, something happened with his car and stuff. But William Byron was just so close, but instead he'll take a 3rd place finish, which isn't too bad and stuff. So I guess they'll just take it there on out and stuff. And heck, he started 2nd in this race and just finishes 3rd. So it does suck for William Byron overall, but they have some good speed in that 24. So looks like out of all the Hendrick cars, Byron so far looks like the best one on the short track. So watch out for William Byron at Martinsville. That would be something interesting to watch. Finishing in fourth was Martin Truex Jr. Martin Truex Jr. didn't really qualify. Well, he qualified pretty good. He started sixth in the race, but no one really thought he would do that much because some people thought like some tracks that he was supposed to do good at, he didn't. For instance, Phoenix and stuff. But Truex has had a pretty decent day. To be honest, wasn't really terrible and stuff. He was sort of on a different strategy, just like him, Bell, and Hamlin. They were all like doing their own thing, and Hamlin and then Truex led a few laps and stuff. He was having a pretty decent day. He was running up in the top 5. Heck, he was racing for the lead at one point, and he was trying to go after William Byron and stuff, but then Hamlin and Harvick came into play. Truex had some trouble with lap traffic, could not get by and could not get the win, so he will have to settle with a 4th place finish. And rounding out the top 5 and 5th was Kyle Larson. 5th, coincidence? I don't think so. But anyway, finishing in 5th was Kyle Larson. I didn't really expect Larson to do that well here at Richmond, because Richmond is probably one of his not so good short tracks. I mean, I thought Martinsville was probably like his worst short track, but turns out it's going to be Richmond and stuff after what I saw last year. But Larson did really good today. He started pretty mid-pack in the field, started like 21st, and was able to get a 5th place finish. And he wasn't really running in the top 10. He was like mostly like running just outside the top 10, like top 15. But somehow, some way, was able to get a nice solid 5th place finish. So good job to Kyle Larson, rebounding from a 21st place starting position. Finishing 6th was Christopher Bell, another Toyota driver who looked really good in today's race. Definitely had the speed to win the race because, Bell and really just JGR overall, they have a really good history at Richmond. And Bell, even though he hasn't won here in the Cup Series, he's won here, 3 times in the Xfinity Series. So he does definitely have the experience here at the track. Started 9th, able to get a nice solid 6th place finish, which isn't terrible, but definitely Bell was probably looking for a top 5 or even better and stuff. But hey, he was close and stuff, and he's had some good finishes here and there, but other times he's just not had that type of finish. So I guess the 6th place finish is not bad for Christopher Bell and the 20 team. Finishing 7th was Ryan Blaney. I don't get it, guys. This is the 3rd time this season Ryan Blaney has started on pole, but just cannot get the win. He started on pole at Phoenix, finished 4th, started on pole at Coda, finishes 6th, started on pole today, he gets 7th. And so, I mean, it's not terrible, but at the same time, you expect Blaney to do something to at least make some noise and stuff, at least get a top 5. Heck, every time, I don't know what to say. I mean, he did have a run-in with Ross Chastain, which we'll explain here in a little bit. But yeah, Ryan Blaney, he had a decent race. He was dominating in stage 1. He won the first stage, and Byron won stage 2. And then just after stage 1, just some other drivers started to take over, and Blaney was just fading back into the top, mid-pack of the top 10 and stuff. So he was having a decent race, just couldn't get it. But you have to at least admit, for Blaney here at Richmond, which is one of his worst tracks on the schedule, he got a good finish, so yeah, at least got to give him that. Finishing 8th was Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman started pretty deep in the field, mid-pack honestly. Started 28th, able to get a nice solid 8th place finish. He had to rebound from a penalty early in the race, and then he was able to rebound from that and get a nice solid 8th place finish. So good job to Alex Bowman, the 48 team. They were able to rebound last time at Richmond, but that time they had a better car, a car that could definitely win the race. This time they had like a top 10, top 15 car, and they were able to get a top 10. So really good job for Alex Bowman and the Allied team to rebound from that penalty and from where they started. And finishing in 9th was Kyle Busch. What a turnaround for Kyle Busch. I don't know what to say. Busch, in my opinion, he was my pick to win this race. He started 3rd. He looked really good in practice and qualifying, and he was running in the top 5 early in this race, and he was kind of like fading away back into like the top 10, top 15. I don't know what was going on with him. And then out of nowhere in stage 3, just a few laps to go, I'm not sure what happened. I think it was like 40 to 50 laps to go. He had a penalty for having tape on the grill, which is illegal. You cannot have tape on the grill. You can have it on that thing that like covers the brakes, I believe, but not on the grill. So that was the penalty that they had to recover from with 40, 50 laps to go. So we all thought, oh, Kyle Busch probably going to get a bad finish and stuff, because he was already having some trouble with the car late in stage 1 and stage 2 and stuff. But somehow, some way, this guy is able to finish inside the top 10 and get a ninth place finish. For Kyle Busch, you just look at your car, turn around and say, on the next week, okay? Because you're heading to Martinsville and stuff, one of your best tracks, or one of your best tracks in your Cup career and stuff. So I don't know how Kyle Busch was able to rebound from that. Someone explained to me. I don't know how, but got a top 10, so can't complain. And rounding out the top 10 and 10th was Austin Dillon. I don't know what was going on with RCR. Him and Tyler Reddick were just not having a good day, in my opinion, and stuff. They were mostly running like 19th, 20th, somewhere in there and stuff. I don't know what was going on with them, but somehow, someway, Austin Dillon is able to get a 10th place finish after he started 25th in this race, and he mostly stayed in the top 20 throughout the race. So I don't know how he did it, but he got a top 10, so good job, I guess. And now let's rate this race. I've said this multiple times before. Richmond is just not my cup of tea. It is the worst short track that we have on the Cup Series schedule today, and I just don't like it. The racing there has just not really been it the last few years, and in my honest opinion, it should be torn down. Heck, one of my friends made a meme saying that we should tear this track down into a Walmart and stuff. So I don't know, and I already know some fans who just don't like this track because that's Hamlin's own track. So that's just how crazy the NASCAR fan base is. But this race was decent. I felt like that the early stages were at all right, and then just the last stage was like, it was mid. It was okay. So for this return race, I'll give it a, I'm gonna be solemn here. This is my sympathy. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. That's sympathy. Without sympathy, it would be a lot worse. So I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. The most thing I really like from it is just like the sound and the snarl growl of the new next gen car. It really sounds good on these short tracks and stuff. So I know how the audio is better on NBC, so I cannot wait for NBC when we head on over to the short track so we can hear the next gen car, because their audio sounds way different than it does on Fox, because on Fox it sounds a bit softer, but that's just my opinion. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Let me know what you guys would give it in the comment section below. So the biggest story coming out of this race is that I think we have a little bit of a new rivalry in the Cup Series between Ryan Blaney and Ross Chastain. I'm not really sure what exactly happened, but I believe like in stage 2, Chastain was trying to make a pass, or no, I think Blaney was trying to make a pass on Chastain, and Blaney kind of like sent it in there into Ross Chastain. I didn't really get a good replay, but a lot of people were saying that Blaney was trying to make a move on Chastain, and it kind of like sent them both up the track, mostly Chastain, and then Chastain was not happy for the move Blaney made, and he sent him up the racetrack. Kind of not really similar to the Ty Gibbs John Hunter Nemechek incident that happened yesterday, but Chastain wasn't happy. He moved Blaney out of the way, so they were both even at that point. And then at the start of stage 3, Blaney moved Chastain out the way, and that's Blaney 2, Chastain 1. So could we have another rivalry in the Cup Series? It's a possibility. It's because these are two really good race car drivers going at it, trying to get wins out here, because they know that 2022 is definitely a different year from years past, and they're just trying to make the most of it as they can, and just they're gonna have these incidents off track and stuff. This is short track racing. This is stuff that can happen. So will we see Chastain make another move at Ryan Blaney next week at Martinsville? Because it's another short tracks, but we'll have to wait and see next week once we head out to Martinsville. But yeah, I just want to give my take. So yeah, Blaney kind of started it. He kind of made, just like he made a wrong move on Chastain. It's not like it was intentional, but Chastain kind of had a right to do it and stuff. He was just showing Blaney that he was unhappy, and Blaney bumped him back, and I was like, you're just adding insult to injury and stuff. So we'll see what happens moving forward from now, but this could be just a little rivalry just from this track that could just die down, or we could see more run-ins with these two, but we'll just have to wait and see once we head out to Martinsville next week. What a perfect setup. NASCAR, I see what you're doing, adding technically 2 short tracks in a row for this one. Now it is time to talk about drivers of the day. First up, we're going to have the unlucky driver of the day, I'm gonna say Kurt Busch right here and stuff. It was like very early in the race, I think within the first 10 laps. He had a fuel pressure issue. He was in the garage for over 100 laps, and he finally went back out there, but there was no point. Finishes 35th today. Just terrible luck for Kurt Busch right there. Nothing, just something out of his handling and stuff. Just something was wrong with the car and stuff. Now, for another driver that I would say would be unlucky driver of the day, I pick Kurt Busch, but another driver I would say is Ross Chastain. Chastain was running pretty well up in the top 10, you know, stage 1, stage 2. But then at some point during stage 3, I don't know, Chastain was just falling off the pace, and he finished 19th. Suarez finished 16th. He finished 19th. So I don't know what happened to Chastain there. So that was kind of unlucky because I thought Chastain would get a nice solid top 10 finish, because Chastain, in my opinion, is not really good short track. Is not really a short track racer in my eyes, and him getting a nice top 10 at a short track might have been really good for him, but it just sucks right there. But also sucks for Kurt Busch and the 45 team. Now we have the dark horse driver of the day, the underdog driver of the day, is Chris Buescher, in my opinion. Chris Buescher, he was running really well with his teammate Brad Keselowski up early in this race. He definitely had top 10 speed, but unfortunately got a 15th place finish. But overall for Buescher, I think he should be happy, showing that his car definitely has the speed on the short track. So hopefully they're going to run the same car at Martinsville, because I think they got some potential there. But what a good strong run by Chris Buescher. It was upsetting that he didn't really get the top 10 that he really deserved, because he had a car that was capable of doing it, and then Keselowski also had a car capable of doing it, but he finished 13th in this race, which is also good for Brad Keselowski and stuff. But I'll say the underdog driver of the day goes to Chris Buescher. Strong run. Hopefully they can get something better going into Martinsville next week. Now, this is a new segment I'm adding to drivers of the day and stuff. This one is comeback driver of the day. You got to give it to Kyle Busch. What, getting a penalty in 40 to 50 laps to go at Richmond, and then you somehow, some way make it all the way back to 10th? Well, because Chad now said in the booth that after Kyle Busch pitted, some drivers didn't know that he had a penalty, so they're thinking, okay, let's start the second cycle of pit stops for the short track race. And then they did. Some drivers fell for it, some drivers didn't, and then I guess that's how Kyle Busch got his way back up into the top 10 some way. I don't know. I still don't know how he got 9th, but that's a good comeback from him after having that penalty and having a bit of a rough race during a rough mid race and stuff. And also, he put up the fastest pit stop in NASCAR history, 9.19 seconds. That's very good for him, and he was still able to get a top 10 after that. Wow. So what a roller coaster eventful day for Kyle Busch. And then finally, in my opinion, I think driver of the day just has to go to Christopher Bell. I didn't really expect Christopher Bell to do as good as I thought he would and stuff, because I thought Bell would, I thought he would like probably finish like just a bit outside the top 10. I mean, he did finish 4th here last year in this exact race, and he gets 6th place today. I mean, I didn't really think Bell would be that as strong as I thought he would and stuff. He was leading a lot of laps. He's on a different strategy. It was a really smart strategy and stuff. So I thought it was really good plan, well set out between him and his crew chief Adam Stevens, just the whole team and stuff. So they had a really good run. I really think they could have had a better finish, though. They should have had maybe like a top 5 finish and stuff. But they got 6th place. Nothing to be ashamed about and stuff. The top 10's a top 10, and I guess you just take it, leave it, and head on to the next race. So a nice strong run by Christopher Bell and the 20 team. And that will do it for this video. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you guys want to check out my gaming channel, NASCAR Gaming 48, link is down in the description below. Just gotten a lot of recent support and subscribers on the channel, so I really appreciate those if you guys are watching this video and are subscribed to this channel. So make sure you subscribe to the gaming channel down, link in the description below. I just uploaded a video there yesterday, and so go check it out. Some good NASCAR gaming content over there, and I might be adding a new series just with 21 Ignition. You'll just wait and see. It's kind of a shock. It's not really something you expect, kinda, but we'll just have to wait and see. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. If you also want to check out my Instagram, link will also be in the description, and subscribe to this channel. Really appreciate the recent subscriber and stuff. Does mean a lot. Hopefully we can get our views up. The views have been kind of down, so come on guys, let's check out these videos and stuff. I work really hard on them, and I do really appreciate those who have been watching my videos over the past couple years. I really do appreciate you guys. It means a lot. But that's gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna have the Martinsville review up either Saturday night next week or Sunday morning. We'll just have to wait and see. Depends on how late it is, but I should be able to get it up on Saturday night, the day of the race and stuff. But we'll have to wait and see. But that's gonna do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the race. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. This is NASCAR Mobile 48. Peace out.